Good morning. Today's word for the day is kind of an interesting one. Um, Behemoth. Behemoth. Found in the book of Job. Um, and in our little, not so trusty, handy dandy Old English word definition guide, it says a huge, strong animal. I'll buy that, but I think we can take it deeper. Let's read about it a little bit. Behemoth. Behemoth. Some have supposed this to be an Egyptian word that means water ox. No foundation. And I'm going to read the description right out of Job, and you'll see that would never work. The revised version, the reviled reverse version, has here in the margin hippopotamus. That won't work either. And I'll read the description. And this commentary actually says, which is probably the correct rendering of the word hippopotamus. Won't work. The word occurs frequently in Scripture, but except here, always as a common name and translated beast or cattle. Okay, now tell me, does this sound like a beast or cattle or hippopotamus? Behold, now behemoth. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading from Job chapter 40, verses 15 through 24. This isn't the only place. But, anyways, behold, now behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Okay, he eats grass. He's a grass eater. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He's got a big belly. He's strong. That's where his strength comes from. He moveth his tail like a cedar. Does that sound like a water ox or hippopotamus got a tail like a cedar tree? Come on. The sinews of the stones are wrapped together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. Strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. He is the chief of the ways of God. He's the chiefest. This is the grandest animal that God ever made. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Surely the mountains bring him forth food. He eats in the mountains, spends some time in the mountains. Where all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady tree in the covert of the reed and fens. The shady trees cover him with their shadow, their willows of the brook encompass him about. Behold, he drinketh up a river and hasteth it. If you're going to drink up a river, you got to be big. Big, 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 big. And hasteth not to trusteth that he could draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierced through his snares. Okay, I did a little bit of research, and the largest dinosaur ever found was a titanosaur, or also known as Brachiosaurus. Huge. It was 144 feet long. There's another one, arguably, some people think it might even be the same creature. Seismosaurus, 148 feet was found, but they think it might be the same animal. A school bus, just so you can get into perspective, is about 40 feet long. So, the grandest of creatures that God made, this is it here. There's no way, and that fits. If you imagine a big dinosaur, a long neck with its huge tail, looks like a cedar tree. A hippopotamus has a little bitty tail. You ever seen it? It's about this big. So hippopotamus is wrong. He does have a big belly though, but so is the Seismosaurus, it's easy for you to say, and the Titanosaur. Okay, so that is the word for today. Now, there's other places in Scripture that dinosaurs are mentioned. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 6 talks about a fiery serpent. And that's an interesting scripture. Maybe we talk about that one day. And there's, in the book of Psalms, it talks about dinosaurs. In Job 41 talks about Leviathan, the sea-dwelling creature. Probably plesiosaur. So, Nick, I'm making a movie. You're supposed to be in school anyways. Okay. So anyways, behemoth is a dinosaur. That is where dinosaur, by the way, came around in the year of 1841, which is well after the King James Version was translated. The word means terrible lizard. That's what dinosaur means. And 1841 is about 200 years too late for the King James. That's when we don't see the actual word dinosaur in the King James Version. We do see the word dragon some 32 times in the King James Version, which oftentimes is either describing the beast, Satan, or it's describing a dinosaur. Because the Old English word, we used to call them dinosaurs. That's what we used to call, we used to call dinosaurs dragons. That's the Old English word for dinosaurs, dragon. So naturally you'd see that creep up in the scripture. Had we pushed forward 200 years, I think we would have saw the actual word dinosaur in the Bible. Okay, God bless your day. God bless you guys. The word of today is behemoth, which means dinosaur. God bless you guys.